It's DJ Akademiks, and now, unfortunately, in the war in Chiraq, for all these drill rappers who are now squashing their beefs, they're making best friends with each other, it really doesn't influence the rest of the fucking lowlives on the streets who still get high off taking other people's life. Now, unfortunately for this whole shut it down movement we've been seeing going on, spreading across the country, it's kind of going quite rapidly if you ask me. There's nobody that's gonna really shut down Chiraq for violence. No, why? It's because it's savage on savage, right? Unfortunately, the hands up, don't shoot movement, that don't work in Chiraq. Because the chant that's being heard in Chiraq is, you're lacking and you're now a coon pack. That's just what they're doing. Shit's sad. It's kind of unpopular to even talk about. Me talking about it actually have idiots saying, well, academics, you can't possibly like your own race. Why? You rather shine a light at the mirror where 98% of the violence within the black community is going on, rather than staying quiet, ignoring it, and conveniently popping up when the 2% of killings that happen by the white police against black men happen, right? Because you rather point out the 98% and also the 2%, you don't like your race. The fact that you don't ignore the 98% and then only point out the 2, you're obvious on some other shit. Now, it's rather disgusting. But nevertheless, it's really expected because we have now a soon-to-be-forgotten and ignored 15-year-old in Chiraq. His name is Demario Bailey. He got gunned down 3 days before his 16th birthday. And if you're asking why, the reason why is because he wouldn't give up his jacket to the Savages. Now, the shooting happened, of course, in Chiraq on the 02100 block of West 63rd Street, which, listen, man, call me scary all you want, but number one, I wouldn't be in Chiraq, period, right? Number two, I wouldn't be on a block called fucking 02100 block in Chiraq. That just doesn't look like a place that I would want to be. But unfortunately for Demario, he didn't really have much of a choice. He was confronted by 4 fucking idiots who, after they tried to rob him and his brother, he sort of resisted trying to not give away his jacket, and then they killed him. Now, the kid was a sophomore at a charter school, and he had to walk half a mile from the bus stop just to get to his school. Now, he was confronted, as I said, robbed by savages, and because he didn't comply, he got killed. Now, the principal of the school, after they heard about him dying, she actually said some real shit. They said, listen, I know I speak for every mother who lives on the south side of this city. I'm saying we don't mind if it actually takes martial law to get this in order. But you know what? Here's a sad thing about this statement, because she's right. And the thing is, when shit is this bad, the hypocrisy of black people, where it's obvious, it's probably going to take some fucking martial law, some type of curfew, some type of law that says, niggas, if you have a fucking gun, we're going to shoot you on sight. Fuck it. That's just how it is. You got guns running around doing GTA in Chiraq. You're a fucking coon killing other black people over jackets because you're cold and you refuse to work. When the police see you, they're gunning you down. It won't even be on the fucking news. You're a fucking coon. That's how it should be. Because, you know why? Because that's the only way you curb a culture of violence. You curb it by actually making all the things that they glorify. This is not going to be glorified no more. You tell them that, yo, the military is going to be there on patrol. If they catch you with a gun, they're just going to murk you and it's going to get reported on the news. Just like how when people die in Iraq, the real Iraq, when they die, it gets reported on the news that, hey, some insurgents died. That's it. We'll report that a fucking insurgent in Chiraq died because they had a gun, and that's it. We move on. But however, niggas, they will admit that there is a problem on the south side of Chicago. That's Chiraq if you don't know. Will they admit that it needs to be more police presence? No. Actually, it's fuck 12, right? Will they admit that the fucking coons who are doing the killing need to get executed? Nope. Because according to them, it's not the people doing the killing's fault, but it's actually the fault of the system who actually put them there, right? You see how this blame game starts? Do you see? Now, the thing is, there's one person being arrested in Demario's murder, and it's some guy named Carlos Johnson. He's 17, and if he did it, it's scum. Now, we'll find it out eventually, and hopefully we find the other 3 people involved, because we got to get them all, man. We got to charge all these guys with murder. You see, the people, they act all soft when you actually turn shit up as a police. When the police starts getting serious in these neighborhoods where they're killing each other over senseless shit, over North Face jackets and other nonsense, people act like, oh, the police is wrong, right? When the police get serious, brings out the fucking tanks, you hear people crying, oh, they're militarizing the police. You hear fucking savages on Facebook crying, the FBI is here to kill us. But sadly, if you think about it, that's the way it has to be. I'm all for corporal punishment. I'm all for tough love. A few niggas in Chiraq straight up gotta get executed by firing squad. That's just it, man. Just to send a message to the rest of the coons. You gotta send a message to the scum, to the lowest of the low that, yo, if you are willing to do all that shit, kill people for senseless shit, we don't mind executing you. And because if these idiots feel like, yo, if they could kill somebody, become a block legend, then fucking join the club that's going on in Cook County Jail and shit just goes on and maybe they get out later, but who cares? Cook County Jail, that's a spot. Until that mentality is really changed, jail isn't effective. The system isn't effective in stopping crime. Jail is attractive to these guys, and right, because the person who killed this boy, he's gonna go join the club. He's gonna meet the rest of his gang members. He's gonna be cooling, right? And he's also gonna be smoking on a pack. So listen, man, the police and the whole system gotta get tough on these criminals. We do get it. There are things that trickle down that do affect people's socioeconomic status. However, that's never a justification for crime. That should never be an excuse. So yeah, man, we'll see what comes out of this. I'll follow this story closely because there's some of these stories where you see random people and it's kind of, you see innocent kids getting gunned down by other people who clearly are devoted to a life of fuckery. It's kind of sad. So we'll see, man. You guys get in the comment box. What do you guys think about this? Listen, don't get it fucked up because you see a couple of rappers squashing beef that the actual crime problem in Chiraq is going away. It's not. It's getting even worse. So you guys get in the comment box. Make sure you guys like. Definitely subscribe, man. I'm out.